What is up, everybody? Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a brand new video going over everything you need to know before you buy the brand new Godzilla 70th edition Digimon Color Anniversary Digivice. This is, like I said, a color Digivice, so in this video we're going to be breaking down what this device is, where you can get it, and whether or not this is the right type of Digivice for use. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Alright, so this little website right here is called With the Will. If you guys want this link to have all this info for yourself to read at your own leisure, it's going to be linked in the description of this video. But this is a collab with Digimon and Godzilla, celebrating the 70th anniversary of the Godzilla franchise. They made two really cool color Digivices like we talked about before, and I want to say before we get into the video that both devices have the exact same rosters. There are not going to be different rosters on different ones, so feel free to pick whichever color you like, or the bundle where we talk about how you guys can actually get your hands on these a little bit later on in the video. But just scrolling down a little bit, we can read Godzilla vs. Digimon is coming. After being teased a while ago, pre-orders are open up in Japan for the Digimon Color Godzilla 70th edition Vpets. We're scrolling down a little bit, we can see some pictures of this thing. I love the way this art looks. It's, I think, all the Kenji Watanabe art, and it's very similar to the Asmaria type devices that we got, I think, last year. This is the Wargreymon X version, but I really liked all the different art on all sides of the Digivice. If we take a little bit of a look at this, you can see all the different sides. This is like Digimon on the back. I personally like the black Digivice more. Please let me know in the comments. Do you guys like the black one or the white one more, and why? Or which ones are you getting? Are you going to get the black one? Are you planning on getting the white one? Are you thinking about getting the bundle? Please let me know so I can actually like use the one that you guys want to see more when I do like unboxing videos and stuff like that. That being said, these things look absolutely amazing. I like the black one just a little bit more. I think with the black with like the purples and oranges pop a little bit more than just like the white and black, but the purple on the back of the white one looks really, really good as well. That being said, the colors are G-Eroded Wargreymon Classic or G-Eroded Wargreymon Modern. And so I like the black one, like I said, but it's really, really cool. It features UV printed art on the shell by Kenji Watanabe, one of the original artists for Digimon. And yeah, I'm using the Asmaria edition here to talk about the UV printed art. If you like scratch this thing, it will come off. So if you're someone that wants to protect this art at all costs, I would really, really recommend getting a case. We're going to talk a little bit about cases a little bit later on in this video. But keep these things safe. Don't just throw them around. Don't just throw them in your pocket. I usually keep all my Mons in like a case like this. So I keep everything, even if it's not in a case or something, in like a case that I would use for like a microphone or something like that. That's what I do with all my Digivices. Keeps them nice and safe so they don't get scratched up in like a backpack or something. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what this device is and what makes this device special as like a Digimon Color Digivice, and why you would want to get something like this as opposed to just a regular color Digivice. So talking about it, these are some of the rosters. These are going to be some of the Godzilla sprites that are going to be in this little pack here. You can see there's a bunch of different types of Godzillas here, and I actually think that there's like, this is going to be like regular Godzilla, and I think this is like one of the newer MonsterVerse Godzillas, and like one of these, I think it's this one, is like the Godzilla from the Godzilla like 2000s movie with Matthew Broderick. I think that's so cool. I actually really like that movie. Let me know if you're a fan of that movie as well. I love that movie. It was great. I love Godzilla movies, so I'm pretty happy this is coming out. You can see a bunch of the other monsters, a bunch of the enemies of Godzilla. We got like Destroya, Ghidorah, Mecha Ghidorah, Mothra, bunch of different cool things. And I want to say, you guys are probably thinking like, whoa, those sprites seem like really similar. Like, I think I've seen all these before. And that's honestly because these are all just like different recolors of the Digimon version 5 Digivice. Like, these are all the same, basically, like different like upgraded versions. You can see if I have it right here. Yeah. So like, you know, all these different ones, like Hedorah's in there. Godzilla is basically toy, EX Tyrannomon, sorry. Burning Godzilla is like Mecha Tyrannomon. Mothra is honestly like one of the just moth things. So, you know, you can see all this stuff. It's really cool that all these Mons are basically just like better recolors of stuff we've already had in previous devices. But I really like what they did, I want to say, with where is that Cannonmon? What's his name? Freaking this thing. Deltamon. Yeah, Deltamon turns into Ghidorah. I think that's like actually really, really cool because they made the sprite look really, really good for it. If you go back to the actual page we were taking a look at, the Ghidorah sprite looks great, and it's honestly just like a recolor and a reworking of the Deltamon sprite. So I think that's rad. It also, this device does come with like just the Greymon line of Digimon as well. So I think that's actually very, very cool that if you just want a standard Vpet experience, maybe you're someone that wasn't able to get your hands on a, you know, the original printing of the Digivice colors, and you just want to make like a Greymon run, you totally can. Like, I'm probably going to do that. Like, I'm excited. I'll always run a Greymon line. So very, very cool stuff. Like I said, I'm very excited. Let's continue talking about this. Monsters attack the world of Digimon. A lineup of classic monsters include Godzilla, and of course, Digimon are included. More to be revealed. And there are some exclusive Digimon that are going to be in this Digivice. And I actually really, you know, if I were to compare this release with the Monster Hunter collab that just recently came out, I think I might like this one a little bit more because I feel like there's more like takes on like the Digimon aspect. You know, the Monster Hunter one was almost like all Monster Hunter mons, which was great, right? There were 2 mons at the very end that you had to do like a ton of stuff to unlock, the Rathalos Greymon and the Zenogre and it just felt like mostly a Monster Hunter device. This one actually still feels like a Digimon device to me because we're getting different versions of Digimon that were like crazy. Like, look at that Godzilla Metal Greymon. I also know there's a figure that they're releasing for that I think is really cool. Like, it's G-eroded mons, so they get infused with Godzilla cells, and it changes the Digimon. So it's gonna be like the War Greymon, the Skull Greymon, which I think looks absolutely amazing. I love this. Skull Greymon's one of my absolute favorites, and then the Metal Greymon with like the Godzilla cells. I think the only one that doesn't have the Godzilla cells is the Paildramon or Mugendramon. Very, very cool stuff, and you can see all their sprites right here. Man, that Skull Greymon looks so good. I love the War Greymon version. Even, I think when you turn the Metal Greymon to the side, it shows like most of the Godzilla side. And then like Machinedramon and Mugendramon is one of my absolute favorite mons as well. This is like a perfect Digivice for me. I love it. Oh, it looks so good. They look so good. So here we go. 4 collaboration monsters with the theme of Godzilla. Metal Greymon G-eroded mode. Skull Greymon G-eroded mode. Mugendramon version 3 Kai mode, so it's kind of like, you know, the Mecha Godzilla version mode, and then War Greymon G-eroded mode. 34 monsters total, including the collaboration monsters. That's a pretty big roster. Like, that's a lot more than this, so pretty good stuff. Even though it looks like it's based off the version 5, which you can use in just a standard, like, Digimon 20th. You know, if you guys want to prep for this before this comes out, maybe run a line on the Digimon 20th, you definitely can. But it looks like there's a lot more monsters as well, so very, very cool stuff. And that being said, let's take a look at this. Look at these like sprites. One cool feature that you have is you're able to freeze stuff to make like multiple different lines. So you don't just have to like get your finished mon and then like let it die. You can always save things in cold storage, which I think is a very, very good feature. Always like seeing that in these. Godzilla theme will play when you call for a monster attack. Yeah, there's a bunch of different like audio things that happen in this device. You can play the whole Godzilla theme, battle with monsters attacks, and there's different like cut-ins and not like little movie modes, but like very, very cool stuff made exclusively for this device. I would recommend watching a little bit of the Digimon coverage if you want to see a little bit more on that. Maybe I'll try and leave a link in the description, but they talked about this device a lot last week at Digimon Con, and they played the music, and they talked about like, you know, the ba ba ba, like summoning like all the different monsters and stuff like that. So I thought that was very, very cool. It definitely is going to feel like a very Godzilla-esque experience, and we're going to see where the creator of this collaboration kind of talks about it, where they wanted to pick apart what made the Digimon fun, and they felt they were allowed to because they created them, and then like really do everything possible to like make it an authentic like Godzilla device. So I thought that was very, very cool. Push forward in the gun hitting game, beat with the successive blows. I think it's like training, right? So yeah, there's training. Your background changes as well based on like the G-cell activity value, which I think is very, very cool. I would like to see more info on that. That's something I'm definitely looking forward to. And so it says not all backgrounds do this, but like I want to know more about it. So that being said, these devices can battle a wide variety of other devices. They can battle other color devices. They can battle, they can battle each other. They can battle against like Digimon Color 20th and Digimon Pendulum Color 20th. These devices cannot battle the Color Evolutions or the upcoming 25th Color Evolutions O2 releases. So that's something to note. It doesn't say those here. I feel like if they were able to battle, it would probably say that. Just very similar to the Monster Hunter devices. Also, the Monster Hunter devices are not listed here, so I wonder if they can battle those as well. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. But it looks like they can't. But that being said, they can battle each other. There's a bunch of cool things. So that, I think that's fine. Going down a little bit, this is where the creator says, like, a short interview with Kenji Watanabe to celebrate the collaboration. They say, what did you think when you first heard about this project where Godzilla and digital monsters would collaborate? So they say, I'm from the Godzilla generation and love Godzilla, and I thought it was a grand project to be able to combine the monster I admire with the ones I created. Since I drew the Digimon myself, I thought it was okay to destroy them as much as I wanted, but I drew Godzilla while paying attention to how much I wanted to match the Digimon. I think that goes kind of in turn with, like, the whole point of this is to, like, take apart the Digimon and have the Godzilla take over. I think the perfect example of this is, like, the Metal Greymon. It's like getting its metal shell, like, destroyed and taken over by the Godzilla G-cells, which I think is, like, so rad. I just think these mons look so good. And I'm so happy with this device. I will say, we're going to talk a little bit about how you can actually get these devices right now. And I want to say this is not sponsored, but you can actually pick these up at Zenin. This is where I get all of my stuff. I did a recent sponsor video with them last week where I talked about the O2 release. And so I'll be having links to get all this stuff in the description of this video. Zenin, I believe, is the cheapest, most fast, effective way to get your stuff. They have great customer service if there's ever a problem or delay. They're very upfront, they're very easy to get a hold of, so I would highly recommend them. And Zenin's also offering an offer right now where if you get both of these devices in the bundle, you save about $6 each, which means you can get both for $118. I know a lot of people are probably going to be getting both of these devices. I will say I ordered both of these devices through Zenin, and again, not a sponsored video, but I did want to talk about them because I do feel like they do so much for the community, so you definitely think about checking them out. They have a bunch of other stuff. They have, like, other Digivices if you're still thinking about picking up the O2 Digivices. Zenin's a great place to do that. They also offer cases and shells for, you know, 20th style devices, pendulum, all the different type of stuff like that. So think about checking out Zenin if for all your Digimon needs. And if you have any questions about, like, ordering from them or ordering these devices for the first time, please let me know. I want to do everything I can to help you guys get the devices you want in a fast and effective way so everyone can enjoy these devices as a community. That being said, these devices aren't that really expensive for what you're really getting, and especially if you're getting them in a bundle. $65 is not that much. Another thing that I want to talk about before we actually get, like, super far into the video is their release date. It looks like they're probably going to be releasing around August or September, so that's not that far off. I'm actually really excited to get these pretty early. And there was one other thing that I wanted to talk about that I didn't really see anywhere else. This is the question that I always get asked the most when talking about these videos, and whether or not these are in English. I don't know if they're in English. I don't know, but I'd assume that they are in English, because the pendulum colors are in English, and a bunch of the other Digimon Digivices are in English. Everything you need to know to play these devices should be in English. Maybe someone in the comments can give a confirm or deny based off maybe something and other things they've looked at on the official, like, release websites and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure these are in English. Like, all you really need to know when you go to these devices is, like, it says, like, status and album and stuff like that. That's all you need to know. You go to your status, you know, or maybe you're doing, like, a battle, right? You have, like, battle or, like, Jogress and stuff like that. Like, it's not that hard. These are usually in English. So if that's, like, a determining factor for you, I would generally assume these are in English. But if not, you know, I'm sure people will chime in the comments. That being said, this is your reminder again to let me know which one you think you might want to get. I really like the black one, but I know that the white one is also very cool as well. What I'm thinking about doing is getting, like, one that I use in, like, my daily stuff like that, and maybe getting, like, one that I keep, like, as a collector's item. So I might use, like, the white one as, like, my collector's item for my collection. But that being said, are you going to get the white one? Are you going to get the black one? Are you going to get the bundle? Please let me know, and please feel free to ask any questions if you, you know, want to know anything more about this device. If you're on the fence, I want to be the guy that can come in and help you decide one way or the other, because I know these devices aren't really for everyone. And I'm not just trying to, like, sell you something. I want to be able to give you the right info so you guys can make informed decisions with your money. So hopefully you guys liked this little video. If you did, leave a like on the video, drop a sub on the channel, and other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy this device. We're doing an unboxing video when mine come in the mail, and I'm also going to be doing, like, a full playthrough talking about how I get the mons that I want and the steps that I have to do to get that. So if you guys are excited for that, drop the sub to see it when it drops, and other than that, peace out. I'll see you guys next time.